Broadcasting from Manhattan Beach and the World Wide Web, you're listening to CHSR HealthyLife.net.
As a service to our listeners, this program is for general information and entertainment purposes only. CHSR HealthyLife.net does not recommend, endorse, or object to the views, products, or topics expressed or discussed by show hosts or their guests. We suggest you always consult with your own personal, medical, financial, or legal advisor.
Hello, I'm Ralph White, and this is Consulting to Win Radio, and we're here to coach you in the game of business and to win in the game of business. And that's, winning we define as producing a result that you can be accountable for. And I'm here today with my co-host, Bonnie Landau, and we've got a great topic for him today, don't we, Bonnie?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So we're going to talk today about social media and using it in your business. So my question for you, Bonnie, and I know that you're an expert in that arena and you've done a lot of studying and spent a lot of time. You're our web designer and you're our guru in that area. But is social media like a trend or a fad, or is just the new in thing, or if I'm in business today, should I be paying attention to it, or can I just get by with ignoring it for now?
Well, I have to tell you, Ralph, as 2010 is launching, lots and lots of reports are coming out that saying 2010 is the year that social media is going mainstream. It's no longer an option. If you're in business, you need to be using social media to market your business.
Oh my!
It's really not an option anymore.
Not an option. Sort of like when they told me I couldn't get by without a fax machine or a cell phone.
Exactly. I mean, it's the same thing like with websites. If you have a business and you don't have a website, your business lacks a certain legitimacy. So these days, it's really critical that you invest in that online time to make sure that you have a presence that other people can find you. I
see. So it's, there's so many different choices. And so as a business owner, I'm looking at, this, do I MySpace it or Google it or, LinkedIn or, how, it's like, how do I deal with this maze of this thing called social media and how to make all of those decisions?
And that's an excellent question. And it's easy to get overwhelmed, not just by all the different platforms, but by the terminology and what exactly am I supposed to be doing kind of thing. And that's what we as coaches are here to help you with, is to figure out the plan that works for you. Because in the social media arena, there's a lot of different outlets that you can invest your energy and your time, but that doesn't mean that they're the right outlets for your business. And that's what we want to share with you today. How do you determine what arenas you should invest in social media? How do you do it? How much time do you spend on it? And what can you really expect for the effort that you put in?
So it's really helping guide me through the jungle of social media. Help make it, there's this infinite number of choices to make. It sort of reminds me about when the first time I bought a computer, which was an IBM XT, and with the big floppy disks, and I was sitting there and I'd spent $10,000 for a computer and software that I didn't know how to turn on or use and what it would do for me, and I was wondering, have I lost my mind? It turned out to be a great thing and it was a smart move, but it's like, I didn't know the questions to ask, and I didn't know who to trust or where to go. So
and the thing is with social media is you can waste a lot of time and a lot of energy and go nowhere. And that's where a coach really can be beneficial, because we look at you and your business and what your objectives are. What is your goal for investing time in social media? And based upon those objectives, we will help you choose the outlets that will help you obtain those goals in the time that you have to invest. I think that's what's really important. People think, oh my gosh, I have to do hours a day in order to get a result. And we actually have case studies that show otherwise.
Yeah, so what you're pointing to is the purpose of a coach is to shorten the learning curve and reduce the costs. You get the advantage of the fact that, they work with multiple people and they see problems that other people have that they can help you avoid those challenges.
And it's not only that, but actually helping you capitalize on the time you really have available. And when we know, Ralph, you and I know, entrepreneurs have no extra time. That's what they say.
Exactly.
But if you have to get into social media, you need to find a way to find that time in your schedule or in the schedule of the people who work for you. And that's what we do. We help you figure out how are you going to fit this in. Because like I said, social media is not an option anymore. When you don't have a social media presence, people are going to start to wonder, are you really a good business? Are you really spending the time marketing? Are you really wanting to connect with me?
Excellent, excellent. So I'm sure we've got listeners that are interested in this subject and have questions. So by all means, if you do have a question, you want to call in on 310-371-5444, and we'd be happy to answer your questions and give you some assistance in that arena. So given that I'm a business owner, I know nothing about this, I'm starting with it. You've now told me it's not an option, it's essential. Where do I begin?
Well, really, the first thing that you really have to look at with social media is what do you want to get out of it?
Okay.
What is your goal with social media?
Okay.
Oh, Jay just passed me a note here. We actually have a caller on the line.
Ah, okay.
Aaron from Westchester calling about social media. Hi, Aaron. You're talking to... Good. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
You're talking to Bonnie and Ralph White here.
Hi, good morning or good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Aaron.
Did you have a question?
I did. I just started a blog recently, and I'm kind of wondering how to get it up and get it going and get some awareness generated for it.
Excellent question. Thank you.
What kind of a blog did you start?
Well, I guess it's kind of in the arena of mommy blogging, which is really popular these days.
Oh, yes, very, very popular.
Yeah, so it's, I don't really have like one topic that I talk about. I talk about my kids, I talk about what we do day to day, I post recipes, stuff like that, pictures.
How many kids do you have, Aaron?
I have 5 kids.
Oh, so you probably have a lot of information on your blog of how to manage a large group of children in your home.
Yes, that's kind of the goal, yeah.
Would definitely qualify you as an expert.
Well, I don't know about that. Well, time will tell.
So how long have you been writing on your blog?
Just about a month.
Okay, and have you used any of the social media outlets to get readers on your blog?
Well, I'm on Twitter, and so I will tweet on there, although to me Twitter kind of seems like it's this big realm that I'm kind of yelling something out to and hoping someone hears me. But I hear that that's a really good way to get readers, and then I have a Facebook, although I don't use it very much for promoting my blog because those are mostly my friends and I don't want to bother them with it.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, so you're looking for some social media tips on how to bring more readers to your blog.
Right.
Okay. So the first thing is that you want to really nail down the kind of readers that you're looking for. So it sounds like you're looking for other moms or parents.
Yeah.
And what would they... Is there any, it sounds like maybe parents who also have quite a few children?
Yeah, I think, either parents who have a lot of children or would like to have a lot of children and are kind of wondering how that would be for them.
Okay.
That seems like more of who would be wanting to know, well, how do you do this?
Okay, so then what is your goal for getting the readers? I mean, does your blog have a goal itself? Are you just doing it for the heck of it, or is it something that you want to turn into an income opportunity?
I mean, ultimately, I would love for it to bring in some income. I think that would be fantastic.
Okay, so
how much income would you like it to bring in?
I haven't even thought specifically as far as that goes. I guess that's probably a good thing to do, but I just kind of was like, oh, it'd be great if I could make some money.
Okay, well, let's pick a number, because I like to, once you pick a number,
right,
then you've defined the problem. See, right now, Aaron, I'll send you $1 and you've accomplished your goal, and
right.
You can stop blogging. You've done it.
That's true.
But I don't think that's going to satisfy what you're looking for.
I mean, as far as picking a number, I'm generally thinking just something that would supplement my stay-at-home mom kind of income, so...
Okay.
Well, Aaron, if you could pick a number in each month that you could get as income, and you don't need to relate it to anything else, but if you said, I would love to have an extra $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month. That's the kind of number that Ralph is talking about.
Yeah,
Right.
'cause
Okay. Yeah. I mean, an extra $2,000 a month would be fantastic.
Okay, good. So that number came from the world of possibilities.
Right.
You started to look into the world of the past of like, what do I need?
Right.
If I supplement my income. But here, we shifted you into, pick a number from the world of possibilities,
Okay.
and then you pick the 2,000,
Right.
and now we've got a project.
Okay.
So we now you've defined the arena that we're working in. We're not working in the dollar arena that I offered you.
Right.
So now we know, we can start to look at how many people do you need to get to your blog, how are you going to structure it, what it's going to look like.
Okay.
Just because you picked a number and told us, basically it's like, if you were saying, let's go on vacation, you just told us, you want to go to Alaska,
Right.
so we can start figuring out how to get there.
Okay.
So
Okay.
now we have something to shoot for. Now, there's 3 primary ways that people make money off of blogs. Number 1 is typical advertising, which somebody pays you to put an ad on your blog.
Okay.
Number 2, and yeah, take notes. That's a good idea to take notes. Number 2 is affiliate advertising, which means that they don't pay you to put the ad on your blog. But if somebody clicks on the ad and purchases something, you make money.
Okay.
And then the third way is for you to actually sell something on your blog. So a lot of things, this is really common. People who teach about blogging on their blogs, they'll sell, 30 Days to a Better Blog, which is an ebook you can download. And so selling a product on your blog is another way.
Okay.
So looking at these 3 different models, you want to look at the people who are coming to your blog and think about which model is probably going to work for them. So they may or may not want to buy something off your blog right off the bat. So perhaps to start with, affiliate and typical advertising is going to be your model.
Uh-huh.
And so knowing that, you need the traffic numbers to your blog, and you need to find out about advertising that's going to work for moms.
Right.
Okay, so the task number 1 for you is to research what kind of advertising is going to work for a mommy blog. What do you think the best way is to figure that out?
Look at other mommy blogs?
Very good. Exactly.
Okay.
So this is how you're going to make money. So knowing that model, you are going to go out into the social media arena and say to yourself, well, where am I going to connect best with these other mommies? So, we work with a lot of businesses where we talk about LinkedIn, which is a business social media outlet where people put up their business profile. Not a good outlet for mommies because people aren't talking about being a mom on LinkedIn.
Right.
Okay? That's what I'm talking about, being critical about the different outlets. Where am I going to find the people I want to talk to? Now, you talked about on Facebook, I don't want to bother my friends.
Right.
But you know what? Your friends are your best network.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Especially for parenting, because I bet you talk about parenting to them anyhow.
Right.
Isn't that correct?
Yes, that's true.
So you're missing an opportunity there.
Okay.
And you can do it in a way that doesn't feel like you're pushing yourself on them. You say to them, I'm working on my mommy blog. Can you support me?
Right. Okay.
And they're your friends. They're going to want to support you.
Right. Okay.
Not only that, you ask your friends, what kind of things do you guys want me to talk about on my blog?
Okay.
Now, so any network where your friends are is going to be your best opportunity. So it sounds like that's Facebook.
Yes.
Okay, how many friends do you have on Facebook?
Probably about 300.
Wow, so that's a really good size group because hopefully not only will they visit your blog, but then they'll tell their friends about the blog, more friends.
Right. Okay.
So your friends is the first thing for your type of blog. Now, the second thing is with Twitter. There's a huge parenting community on Twitter as well as educational community.
Uh-huh.
And in that community, you can offer specific blog posts to cater to those communities so you can hook up with those people on Twitter. So, for example, how do you get 5 kids to do their homework in the afternoon?
Are you asking?
Well, that's a good topic for a blog post.
Okay, yes it is.
So on Twitter, you have to strategize how you're going to get people to follow you. And you do that through your content. So you post content not just from your blog, but you post it from other blogs. So people start following you because they find you of interest.
Okay.
And then the second way you're going to get people to follow you on Twitter is you follow them. And when people post things that are of interest, you retweet it.
Right.
The third way to get people to follow you on Twitter is to reply to people when they post questions or when they post things that you find of interest. This is really, a great way to get somebody who normally wouldn't notice you to notice you. Because if you were using Twitter, the first thing you should do when you log into Twitter every day is search for yourself. See who's talking about you. Or use a tool like Hootsuite, which will show you every time you've been mentioned.
Right.
And then in that way, you can know who's talking about you and you can reply to people and continue the conversation. But if you generate conversations with other people, they hopefully are looking for mentions of themselves and then they notice you.
Right, okay.
So it's an excellent way to strategize getting specific people to follow you. Now what you do is you look for people in the arena of parenting and you get them to actually, you look at their followers and follows and you kind of pay attention to how they tweet. Do they retweet other people's tweets? See, are they going to be a reciprocal tweeter? You tweet that, you retweet them and see if in their tweets, do they retweet other people? Because then they're a valuable person to follow and you follow. And Twitter's all about you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, so
As you're doing that, do you end up building up a bigger following in Twitter?
absolutely. Absolutely. Because what happens is when they retweet you, other people on their list see that they keep mentioning you, so then they say, oh, maybe I should follow that person too.
Yeah, 'cause
And, sorry, go ahead.
it seems like every time I send out a tweet, I end up getting a couple more followers. Is there something?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and that's exactly how it works.
Yeah.
Because people retweet it and other people see it and then people become interested. Now, it's not necessarily one-to-one with Twitter. It can be a pattern, but I know that we just opened a Twitter account for a client, and in 2 weeks, we've already got 200 followers. So, but we've been steadily doing at least 5 tweets a day.
Excellent.
Yeah, so it's a process, and it's a strategy. So I think Twitter and Facebook are going to be your best outlets for social media, Erin.
Okay, great.
And did you have any other questions?
I don't think so. I think that was really helpful.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much for calling in, Erin.
Thank you so much for all the information.
Okay, have a great day.
You too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
We
Oh,
have-
it looks like we have another caller.
Yes. So this is Paul from Irvine.
It is. How are you?
Excellent, Paul. Thank you for calling.
Sure.
How can we help you?
Well, I just wanted to ask a little more follow-up with respect to how you have people follow you on social networks. We were having a meeting here this morning among our people at our business, and somebody had commented on the fact that one of our competitors has a Facebook page, and they only have one friend, and the friend happens to be one of us. And just kind of some almost cynical comments about whether or not we are able, and if it's practically possible, to get people to follow us who would be prospective customers of ours. You know, our customers tend to be engineers and folks of that nature. And the question is, how do you get basically target followings? Because I suspect we could probably have people interested in our product. It's an aerial imagery product. Just find it interesting. But how do we end up getting people to follow us who might actually be prospective customers? And how many of these prospective customers are actually doing social networking and marketing?
That's an excellent question, Paul. What kind of company is your company?
It's aerial photography and other geographic data, and we sell mostly to engineers, public works, government customers, police and fire, that sort of thing.
Excellent. So it sounds like what you do is actually really conducive to the web, too, because you have a lot of visuals related to your business.
We do, yes.
So let me talk a little bit about Facebook. Facebook, a lot of people use it for personal use. And a lot of users find the pages that you can become a fan of very confusing. And from my experience, you have to put a lot of effort into Facebook to get that following. But the way that you can do it is by searching the groups in Facebook and looking at if there's groups of interest in your arena and joining those groups and then participating in the discussions in the groups.
I see.
And so that's one way in Facebook that you can get it. The other way is using your other media outlets, making sure that people know that you are in that arena. So a good example of that would be on your website, having a region of your website where you have the little icons from all the outlets that you participate in, and you say, follow us on, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, what have you. And another way to do it is, of course, like if you're doing any email, have it in your signature of your email. So this way, every person that you're conversing with becomes aware that you have a Facebook page. I find that on Facebook, people aren't always going to stumble upon it themselves.
The other thing that comes to my mind for you, Paul, is that you could put pictures, your aerial photography up there, so that and promote that. Here's some unique scenes that never before seen, kind of thing, that people could go.
Paul, we're about to take a break right here, but if you could hang on the phone in our next segment, I would like to talk to you because I think that what you do is optimum for viral social media. So let me talk to you about how you could do that.
Okay, I'll just hold it.
Okay, and we'll
Right.
be right back.
Thank you.
Do you own your own business? What would happen if your computer system crashed? Would you be able to recover in a reasonable amount of time? Left Brain Tech's computer services caters to business owners who want reliable computer systems that work and are backed up in case of emergency. For your entire computer needs, call 888-239-2216 or visit leftbraintechs.com. IT solutions done right with Left Brain Techs. That's 888-239-2216 or leftbraintechs.com.
Making it perfect or nothing else is the company culture at Goldbrecht USA, a premier luxury window and door manufacturer. Doing business since 1889, every window and door is made with old-world craftsmanship and the finest materials, meticulous design, sleek finishing, and a commitment to the environment. They even use environmentally friendly transportation. Made in Germany, available in the U.S., Goldbrecht USA is located in Santa Monica, California. For the world's best windows and doors, visit www.goldbrechtusa.com or call now at 310-393-5540. That's 310-393-5540.
If you're like the 8 out of 10 women that say finding jeans that fit is a problem, well, your problem is solved. Lee Jeans has done extensive research, and they have jeans that fit. There's even an online Lee Fit Finder, so you can find the right fit for you. Imagine jeans that instantly slim you with a custom fit and no gap waistband. And guys, kids, Lee has jeans for you too. Click through to Lee's Jeans on the HealthyLife.net advertiser page and get what fits.
Put a little light in your life and keep it shining with Intellectric.net, a full-service lighting design company. If you need a top electrical contracting firm to deal with all facets of electrical, from concept to completion, including repair, call Intellectric.net at 310-838-5486. They can use green technology. They are home automation specialists and they are high-end residential specialists. With prompt and efficient service, Intellectric.net has over 10 trucks, 28 employees, and on-call electricians available to handle your needs. Educated in state-of-the-art techniques and technology for all your electrical needs. Call dependable, innovative Intellectric.net today at 310-838-5486. Keep your light shining. Call 310-838-5486 or visit online at Intellectric.net.
HealthyLife.net for healthy side effects.
Welcome back. This is Ralph White, and we're Consulting to Win Radio. and we're talking today about social marketing, social media. And my co-host is Bonnie Landau, and we have Paul in Irvine on the line, and we're looking at great possibilities for his aerial photography business. So, Bonnie, you had some ideas for viral marketing?
Yeah. Yes. Paul, do you guys have a blog?
We do not.
You do not have a blog.
No.
Okay. There are blogs out there that are all about photographs that people love to go and to see. So one of the ideas that I have for you is to find ways for you to get onto some of those blogs. One of the ones that I love and is in my blog reader is called Environmental Graffiti. And they have every single day all kinds of really amazing pictures. Like today they had beautiful designs in latte cups. You know, have you ever seen that when people pour a latte and they put the foam on top and then they use a toothpick? Yeah, and so they had all these beautiful designs of these latte cups that, and they have things like one time I saw moons. Somebody had put on beautiful photographs of these gigantic orange moons, you know, behind the trees and stuff. So they're really into all these all these photographies. And you guys, I'm sure you have a plethora of amazing aerial photography that you could put into little groups of 5, 6, 8, and you could share it that way. So that's one idea I have for you, is find more of those blogs where you guys can push out your pictures and get acknowledgement. And not only is that going to get you attention, but that'll get you some really great search engine optimization points because they'll link back to you for credit. Because social media is not just about connecting with those clients, it's also getting those search engine optimization points, which we have case studies to prove that doing it on a regular basis will increase your ranking. And I know one company, one of our clients last year implemented a social media plan starting in March, and by the end of the year, a quarter of their sales were people who found them on Google who had never heard of them except for finding them on Google. So social and search engine optimization is another side effect. And so a second idea I have for you is, because you do have amazing photographs, that you might want to look at partnering with some writers or other people who are inspirational in their approach. And actually, maybe this is an idea for Possibilities Unlimited, and putting together one of these inspirational slideshows that people can send out in their emails, you know, and they play them and you watch them and they bring tears to your eyes and they make you feel good about your day. Because, you know, that whole idea of seeing things from a higher perspective is one that a lot of people really have a hard time grasping. You know, really coming at things from a higher level. And you guys have the pictures to really give the full view. And couple that with some really inspirational words, and you guys could have something that would really, it could really be passed around in a viral fashion that it really could bring you some tremendous notice. The other thing is on Facebook, if you're using Facebook, that if you have a page, make sure that you are posting every time you have one of these viral marketing things. Do you guys use Twitter as well?
No, we're not currently. I mean, we're looking into doing all that, and so we were just trying to determine where we should put our efforts.
Right. Well, you know, since most of your clients are engineers, the good probability is they're on the computer everywhere.
Yeah.
So Twitter, what I would do is take a sampling of your clientele, maybe 20 people, and either have somebody research them on the internet, see are they on Facebook, are they in Twitter, are they in LinkedIn, kind of see where are they putting their efforts, do they participate in groups on LinkedIn, or if you're really comfortable talking to your customers, actually put out a survey and find out where they are, because a sampling of your current clientele is going to tell you where to reach more of those people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so instead of guessing, it's better to use the facts. But, you know, I really think that because you have the photography, you have a unique opportunity to spread virally, because you have stuff that's appealing to people. Now, if you were interested in starting a blog, you yourself could then put up, you know, photo of the week or photos of the week or something like that. But one of the things, and we were going to talk about this in the last segment when we talk about the social media diet, you guys as a group in your company need to decide first, how much time are you willing to put into this? And that could be collectively. It doesn't have to be just one person, but collectively, how much time are you going to spend on social media? And it could be one person will spend a half hour a week, and somebody else, maybe you have a receptionist and she could spend 4 hours a week, and so, but you take all the time and you add it up together and you say, okay, let's say we have 7 hours a week that we're going to invest in social media. What is the optimum use of that time? You can do a lot with 7 hours a week. And then you actually make measurable goals. So you say, okay, I'm going to write 2 blog posts a week, and somebody else is going to do 10 tweets a day or something like that. And so you come up with some measurable goals. But first you have to decide how much time we're going to invest. Find out where your current clients are, so then you know what arenas you should go into. And then pick 1 or 2 of those arenas, and then focus your efforts in those directions. Is that helpful to you, Paul?
That's very helpful. Thank you. That helps. Because, when one is starting out, there's so many different possibilities, and it's hard to know which one is most likely to lead to real practical results in terms of sales, as opposed to having, hundreds of friends on Facebook and none of them are buying from you. So those are helpful points.
And it's really important to have your expectations be a little lenient in the beginning, because it does take some effort to build it up before you start seeing a result. But you will see a result in 2 to 3 months if you are consistent.
And this is a project that's effort now, payoff in the future. And that's a challenge. It's like, I want effort now, payoff now. I want an immediate result. But this is something, that where you're planting seeds and the payoff is going to be in 3 to 4 months. And you've got to hang in there consistently, continuing to, plant those seeds, continuing to do the work in order to have the result. So Paul, out of this conversation, what actions are you going to take?
Well, I'm going to actually have our team set up a survey mechanism. We may be able to do that through our constant contact or otherwise. But anyway, survey clients just to find out where they are. And that will give us some guidance as to what to focus on, maybe starting with 1 or 2 things, and begin the process from there in terms of what we establish, and then begin putting some time into playing with this and seeing where we can go. And seek coaching assistance, which is always helpful to get guidance as the game plan evolves. And so we'll do that as well.
Excellent. Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
All right, we're going to take a break here, and in the meantime, if you have a question for Bonnie or myself, you want to call in at 310-371-5444, or send your questions that you want us to consider to Ralph@consultingtowin.com. We'll be right back.
Imagine Possibilities Unlimited. Well, they're here, and they want to help your business. Possibilities Unlimited offers the best business consulting and coaching that provides incredible results. Ralph White and his team of experts bring a variety of experience and expertise to your business. Discover how their whole life matrix can positively affect your personal and business life. Focusing on key challenges, they'll devise a customized plan and give you the support you need every step of the way until you achieve your intended results. Call Possibilities Unlimited today at 310-372-8538. That's 310-372-8538. No business is too big or too small. Possibilities Unlimited can help them all. Call now at 310-372-8538 or visit consulting2win.com. That's consulting2win.com.
Do you own your own business? What would happen if your computer system crashed? Would you be able to recover in a reasonable amount of time? Left Brain Tech's computer services caters to business owners who want reliable computer systems that work and are backed up in case of emergency. For your entire computer needs, call 888-239-2216 or visit leftbraintechs.com. IT solutions done right with Left Brain Techs. That's 888-239-2216 or leftbraintechs.com.
Oh man, it never fails. My suitcase just got ripped apart.
Life is a journey. Make it a pleasant one. Use Samsonite. You know the name. For almost a century, Samsonite luggage has proved itself to be the worldwide leader in innovative travel solutions. Let it be yours. Visit HealthyLife.net's affiliate Samsonite on our homepage and click to look at the fine luggage from suitcases to golf travel bags. And don't forget, take a look at their travel accessories. Make life a journey, a pleasant one, with Samsonite.
Whether your business is in products or services, one thing you need to be successful is sales. And now, you can take the mystery out of selling and discover how to consistently produce top sales results with Possibilities Unlimited 8-week Sales to Win course. The Sales to Win course can be attended by anyone from anywhere because it's given by conference call. You'll be taught by top sales and marketing experts all about the sales process, and you'll be given top techniques and tips. It's all simply broken down for you and presented in a stress-free environment. But the best thing is, it's so affordable. It's money well spent because you'll make even more money back with your increased sales. Don't wait. Enroll in the Sales to Win course for yourself and your sales staff right now. You won't want to miss this opportunity to raise your bottom line. Call 310-372-8538. That's 310-372-8538.
HealthyLife.net, the positive radio network.
All right, welcome back. This is Ralph White, and we're Consulting to Win Radio. And I'm here with my co-host Bonnie Landau, and the topic today is social media marketing. And what's next on the agenda here? We've come to the conclusion that it's absolutely essential that we do it. It's the thing of the future. It's the direction that we're going. And if we're not on that bus, we're going to get left. As a company, what should I be doing? It's like I've decided, okay, you've now enrolled me. I'm now a believer. I'm now going that direction. But how do I control it? How do I organize it and control it?
Well, it's really important, Ralph, that companies that are going to engage in social media come up with a company policy for social media.
Okay.
And this is a step that many companies don't realize until it's a little too late. And what I mean by a company policy is you decide what's the company's objectives in using the social media. So what are you trying to gain out of it? And how are you going to implement it? Who are the people in the company that will be responsible for it? And then you need to go into a little bit more detail than that. So, for example, if you have a Twitter account and your receptionist created the Twitter account and she's the one doing all the tweeting, what happens if she goes on and gets a different job? What happens to that Twitter account? Who owns it?
Right.
And a lot of companies don't realize this until people leave their company and suddenly that's the only person with the login. And they put it on their private Google email, so you can't even get the login for it. And now their company Twitter account is in the hands of somebody in a competitor's company.
Ooh, not good. That's like, when you buy a website and don't own the URL. Lots of problems. Okay.
So it's really important if you're implementing this strategy, or if you already are doing social media in your company, that you make these kinds of decisions, that who owns the accounts. And if people in your company are tweeting for your company, but then they have a private Twitter account, is it okay with you if they promote your company with their private account? Or do you ask them to keep their private account separate? And these things are particularly important for larger companies where you may not always be seeing what everybody's tweeting because there's so many people doing it. So having a policy about who owns the accounts, and the break between the private and the business accounts, and where that divide is going to be. And
I can see a concern with what they're saying on a Twitter account. Some kind of a policy that says we're not talking about what you're eating or body functions on a company account. We're talking about things that pertain to business, that pertain to what we're doing or pertain to our marketplace.
Well, and I think that's what's really critical. When you divide that line between the business and the personal, it may be better just to say, keep your personal, and let's not cross the line to the business, because, people sometimes do have discussions and maybe use language that you wouldn't want associated with your company. And if you don't warn them about that, ahead of time, they're not going to really think about it. When they're talking about business, their head is in business, and they don't think, well, tonight at 11 o'clock when I'm talking about personal, that affects what I had said about the business. Remember, you're creating a persona in a virtual space. So you have a company that has multiple people working for it. Each one of those people is a branch of that persona. So you need to have some guidelines about how that branch is going to grow.
I've often heard you speak about your internet presence.
Mm-hmm.
and how important that is, and how as a business I should pay attention to that. You say a little bit about that for me?
Oh, absolutely. I think that any company that has a website, if you've been mentioned anywhere on the internet, you have an internet presence. And it's critical that once a month, somebody in your company be responsible for researching your company on the web. You want to see what other people are saying about you, or what you're hooked up with. A very good example is we had a client who had an ex-girlfriend who was vindictive and ended up putting up some reviews that were very negative. And he only found out about it because he had a policy that he researched his internet presence. He was able to take care of it because he looked into it. And because he actually, did the research. And you'd be really surprised what you might find. We had a client that we were putting together a marketing plan, and we were researching their internet presence, and we found several places where their company was mentioned with wrong contact information, old phone numbers, old addresses. Their listing in the Better Business Bureau had an address that was 10 years old, and they didn't know that. They didn't know that. So if you don't have a policy about this is what we're going to do on the internet, and this is how we're going to manage it, then things are just kind of flying out there all over the place, and you might end up with a little bit of a mess out there. So part of your internet research should also be researching yourself in these social media outlets. And so on Twitter, you can actually type in your company name into the search box and find out, are you being mentioned on Twitter? If you have a lot of mentions on Twitter, you can actually set up Hootsuite, which is a really great website that you can put in rules that say, show me every time, this phrase is mentioned. And then that way it just tracks for you every time your company's mentioned, so you can keep on top of it. These are not hard things to do. I mean, these are things that you can give somebody in your company, like a receptionist or a secretary, that they do it every month, or maybe they do it like a little bit every week. But just it's really critical to keep on top of your internet presence.
So if I was, one of our listeners, and I wanted to work with you on, handling this list, going down the checklist, okay, Bonnie, help me develop this presence, help me do this, help me do that. How would I go about doing that?
Well, as coaches, what we would do is first talk to you about what you are doing in your social media arena. Then we would talk about who is involved in your company in implementing that plan. And then finally, we would then put together, this is how you should manage it. Okay. So it's a process, and it's unique to every person. I mean, if there's one thing that's really clear about creating a social media plan, is that no two are alike. It is specific to your company and where your customers hang out, and where you want to find more of those customers. I mean, I'm sure that when Paul called in, and he didn't think I was going to say, get your photos out there.
Right.
He was thinking written social media. He was thinking Twitter,
right.
Message boards. So, I mean, it's only something you can do once you figure out, this is what we're going to do in social media.
Yeah, I like where you're looking, because you're really helping people focus on what their objective is. You get it solidified and simplified so that they can really take action on it.
Well, in the last segment, Ralph, I'm going to talk about the social media diet, because one of the biggest issues with social media is the overwhelm people feel the minute you start talking about it. I mean, people just see their time getting sucked away, and oh my God, I'm like going down the drain in this spiral, and I'll never get out of it. And it doesn't have to be that way. And just like we do in other business processes, we help you see the forest through the trees. We're going to help you find the direct path to get you what you want in the time you have available, so that you aren't overwhelmed by it.
Excellent. Very good. So stay tuned, and we'll be back in just a minute and give you the social media diet. Thank you.
There are 3 wise women at Possibilities Unlimited, and if you want to improve your business's bottom line, you'll want to get to know them because they want to help you with your business, and they can. Wise web woman Bonnie Landau will help make your website the best it can be. She'll help you with all web-related things, including social media. Wise marketing woman Mary Mullinoff wields her magic to find and obtain sales leads for you, and she'll help you identify and qualify prospects. Leanne Farmer, wise work life woman, hones your customer relations, communications, and sales skills as she teaches you how to manage your work and life in balance. There are options of coaching with one or all 3 wise women. Get to know them now. Call 310-372-8538. That's 310-372-8538, or visit consulting2win.com. That's consulting2win.com.
What does HealthyLife.net and Amazon.com have in common? Well, they're both available on the internet. They both give great value. But most important, most of our positive program hosts and guests are accomplished authors, and their books are available from, you got it, Amazon.com. Now, it even gets better than that, because when you're listening on air to a HealthyLife.net host or guest, you can go directly to Amazon.com and you can order your book while you're still listening to your favorite HealthyLife.net program. So when you hear an author you like, go to the homepage of HealthyLife.net and click on Amazon.com.
Demystify the world of social marketing and get it to work for you. You can maximize your market potential in sales, and Bonnie Landau of Possibilities Unlimited can help. Discover how to use Twitter, LinkedIn, and more to market your business. Learn how to expand your prospect base, improve your web presence, but more importantly, get results. Your possibilities are unlimited. Social networking can impact your bottom line in a positive way. Find out how with Bonnie Landau of Possibilities Unlimited. Call today at 310-372-8538. That's 310-372-8538, or visit consulting2win.com, consulting2win.com.
Do you own your own business? What would happen if your computer system crashed? Would you be able to recover in a reasonable amount of time? Left Brain Tech's computer services caters to business owners who want reliable computer systems that work and are backed up in case of emergency. For your entire computer needs, call 888-239-2216 or visit leftbraintechs.com. IT solutions done right with Left Brain Techs. That's 888-239-2216 or leftbraintechs.com.
All positive talk with a mature edge. HealthyLife.net.
Welcome back. This is Ralph White, and we're Consulting to Win Radio, and we're here with Bonnie Landau, my co-host. Bonnie, you said before the break that you were going to give us a social media diet. So how much weight can I lose on this diet?
Well, the social media diet is about including social media into your marketing plan, but not letting yourself get overwhelmed. The truth is a little can go a long way.
Okay.
And the whole concept of the diet is to find a half hour in your day that you could spend on social media. And that half hour would be spent 20 minutes in one 20-minute block and then 2 5-minute blocks. And basically the idea is to kind of spread it out through the day so you're not in overwhelm. And you want to make sure that you're going to stick to that time. So if you have a computer that can warn you, or a smartphone that can warn you, you need to say, oh, it's my social media time. You want to put it in your calendar so you will implement it.
Okay.
Okay. So usually for the social media diet, what I do is 20 minutes in the morning. And basically what you're going to do is you want to choose the main outlet that you're going to focus on. One of the problems people get is they think they should be everywhere. I got to be on LinkedIn, I got to be on Facebook, I got to be on Twitter, and they get overwhelmed with the too many. And so what you're going to do is pick one, because the fact is that when we get overwhelmed, we give up, right? And so then we do nothing. Mm-hmm. So you might as well do something a little bit than do nothing at all. So that's the whole idea. So you want to pick one outlet, and you pick the outlets based on what is the desired outcome you want. How much time, do you think it's going to take to get that desired outlet? And you also want to look at what your customers are using, like what Paul was saying. He's going to do a survey, and that's really the better way to choose. You want to go where your current customers are, because there's going to be more people like that there.
Excellent.
So you're going to choose one outlet, And what you're going to do is spend, in that 20-minute block, you're going to spend 15 minutes on that one outlet. So let's say your one outlet is going to be participating in groups in LinkedIn. So in 15 minutes, you could probably put 3 answers into 3 groups.
Okay.
Okay. So that would be your goal every day, to put 2 to 3 answers per day in LinkedIn. And then you would spend one other 5 minute in that 20 minutes on another outlet. So let's say Twitter, and you would say in that 5 minutes, I'm going to get up 3 to 5 tweets.
Okay.
So in 20 minutes now, you've gotten 2 to 3 answers in LinkedIn, and you've gotten 3 to 5 tweets on Twitter. And then you're going to have 2 more 5-minute segments in the day where you can do more on LinkedIn, or you can choose other outlets to dabble in a little bit.
Okay.
So you can maybe do some commenting on Facebook or commenting on blogs, or, it's up to you. If you want, you can spread it out over 1 main outlet and 3 little ones, or you can just choose 1 main outlet and
Okay, so you can, do this by developing this diet and choosing what you're going to put your time and attention on, so that you develop a way of working with your social media, and a way of marketing your company and moving it forward so that it can be useful for you and for your company. So Bonnie developed this diet to help you be consistent with what's happening, to help you continue to put some time and attention in a variety of different locations. I've seen the work that she's done, and for our company and for other companies that she's worked with, and it's caused tremendous results because of the consistency and the persistence of constantly putting her time and attention in the different areas. So it's really a function of making sure that you're persistent and consistent. So the social media, I like her point of, restricting it, because when I first started looking at it, it just got into overwhelm. It's just like it's like doing games on the computer. I don't do games on the computer because I can get involved in a game and spend the whole weekend, or maybe even want to spend the whole week on a game. So I just decided I wasn't going to be involved in games. But when social media came out, I really set it up to where we work with our blog, we work with Twitter, we work with LinkedIn. So we as a company use those tools to market our company, and we find them to be very effective. So you want to build a plan and develop the plan for the company. You want to put it on writing, and then divide up who's going to put what time into it, and then implement the plan, and then measure it. Have measurements of performance, have specific measurable results that you're set up to accomplish, that you're tracking and following and looking at. Okay, I'm doing, we're creating so many followers on Twitter, we're creating so many followers on LinkedIn. So you're working towards a measured result to produce that result. So once you've got the plan, once you've got the measurements, and then you put in the action, that's going to lead you to increasing in marketing and increase in sales as a result of social marketing. So, okay, we're going to be right back, and with that, we'll give you our play for the day.
Making it perfect or nothing else is the company culture at Goldbrecht USA, a premier luxury window and door manufacturer. Doing business since 1889, every window and door is made with old-world craftsmanship and the finest materials, meticulous design, sleek finishing, and a commitment to the environment. They even use environmentally friendly transportation. Made in Germany, available in the U.S., Goldbrecht USA is located in Santa Monica, California. For the world's best windows and doors, visit www.goldbrechtusa.com or call now at 310-393-5540. That's 310-393-5540. Whether your business is in products or services, one thing you need to be successful is sales. And now, you can take the mystery out of selling and discover how to consistently produce top sales results with Possibilities Unlimited 8-week Sales to Win course. The Sales to Win course can be attended by anyone from anywhere because it's given by conference call. You'll be taught by top sales and marketing experts all about the sales process, and you'll be given top techniques and tips. It's all simply broken down for you and presented in a stress-free environment. But the best thing is, it's so affordable. It's money well spent because you'll make even more money back with your increased sales. Don't wait. Enroll in the Sales to Win course for yourself and your sales staff right now. You won't want to miss this opportunity to raise your bottom line. Call 310-372-8538. That's 310-372-8538.
Uplifting Talk. HealthyLife.net.
All right. Well, it's been a great show. I really enjoyed, talking with Bonnie about social media and social networking. I think it's an extremely valuable topic. It's something that's on people's mind, and it's definitely a thing of the future. It's what's actually not the future. It's here now. It's something that, you've got to get involved in it and get on the bus and get in the right seat and make it happen. So I really want to invite you to do that. And our play for the week will be for you to develop your own social media plan. So develop a plan of how you're going to use social media to increase the opportunities for sales in your company and your business. And we invite you to send us that plan and let us take a look at it for you. And you can do that by sending it to Ralph@consultingtowin.com. That's Ralph@consultingtowin.com. You can also check out our website at www.consultingtowin.com. And you'll also see on the front of that numerous blogs that pertain to social media. So the social media diet that Bonnie was talking about is one of the blogs that she's done in the past that you can see there. So we're constantly putting information up there about that, and it's definitely an element in our Sales to Win course, which we are giving ongoingly. So always interested in working with you and growing the sales and growing the opportunities for sales in your company. So have a great week, and we'll be back with you next week. Thank you.